Hello, Aries. Thank you for stopping by Moonlit Taroscope to get your October 2019 love reading. I'm sorry there's a lot of background noise. It's just loud right now in the house, and my son, anyway, I try to put some white noise on, so hopefully it won't bother you guys too much. I'm going to go ahead and get straight into your reading tonight. I've been thinking about you guys all day. So, even like when I was in the shower, I was like, Aries, and then I just thought, I heard that Bob Dylan song, Shelter from the Storm. I don't know the lyrics other than, ooh, you give me shelter from the storm. You know how Bob Dylan is. But anyway, and I thought, to me, that feels like a very nurturing, homey kind of song, but I don't really think of Aries that way. So what I began to put together upon meditating is that what you're bringing into someone's life, Aries, this is something that this is your partner or your other, whoever this reading is going to be about. You're bringing hope into their life, and that feels like shelter. Because if you lived a long time without hope, and someone comes in your life and influences you in that type of way where it brings you hope, and Aries, you guys are the best at bringing hope into the world, okay? You're very passionate, but there's also a lot of hope always. It doesn't always come from a place of practicality, of intellectual, rational. Hope is not rational, really, because if we really sit down in this world and get into what's happening and everything, it's really easy to feel hopeless. So I feel like you're bringing hope to someone's life, and it feels like shelter, because it feels like someone's been spinning a bit. This could be you, Aries. Honestly, this could be you influencing your own self or someone influencing you. These readings are energetic, so they can definitely flip-flop. But ultimately, that's what I was getting in my meditation. So without any further, let's go ahead and get into your reading, guys. So I'm going to ask all the spirits and angels, please share messages of love, light, and hope for Aries in love. What is going on with Aries and their partner in love, October 2019. Using my old faithful deck because I feel like I got to get this right. I got to get this one right. I love my new cards, but they, it takes you a while to kind of get, interpret them. So the old faithful. Okay. Being mysterious. What is going on with Aries and their partner? Thank you. Okay. Three of Swords. What's going on with Aries and their partner? Something's definitely gotten in between the two of you. But I'm going to find out more before I say anything on that. What's going on with Aries and their partner? What's going on with Aries and their partner in love, October 2019? Okay, we've got the Two of Pentacles coming up in everyone's reading lately, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is definitely something going on. I kind of feel like on your end, Aries, that you might actually be juggling two people, the old and the new. Maybe you've met someone new. You don't want to cause any heartbreak, but you are reassessing things. Oh my goodness. Hold on, you guys. Let me go take care of this dog that's crying. What's the matter, baby? What's the matter? Here. Here. All right, sorry guys. I hope you stuck around. I don't know, she'll hang. What is it? What is this that Aries and their partner are reassessing? Oh, I'm going to clarify. So here, I'm going to show you guys the cards. We have Three of Hearts, Two of Pentacles showing up everywhere this month, okay? Everywhere. The Eight of Pentacles. What I'm going to clarify is what is the what is being reassessed? To me, I feel like you guys are both kind of measuring each other up to see if this is going to continue to work. Spirits, we haven't gotten to the shelter in the storm yet, so we will, though. What is this, please? Can I get some information? Nine of Swords in reverse. Because you're tired of the stress and you're tired of the juggling, Aries. You're reassessing the whether the relationship is worth all of this stress. With the Three of Swords, I do feel like there's a third-party influence going on as well. And maybe you're sick of dealing with that third-party influence. You might know exactly who that is. I don't want to get into it too much. If you are not, this is for someone that's aware of a third-party influence. This is not for someone who doesn't know of a third-party influence and is just suspicious. No, this is definitely for Aries. This is for you if you know that somebody is influencing your partner. And this doesn't have to be another woman or another love interest. This could be someone at work, a family member, something going on there in life that is really destructive to the relationship itself, which could be anything. That does not have to be another person. But there's a lot of anxiety and stress. I think your partner has a Two of Coins in reverse. Wow, the balancing act is not working any longer. You guys can't make it work. You guys cannot make it work. All this anxiety and stress, trying to make it work. You've put so much work into it. You feel like you're falling and you feel like it's going to hurt. You feel like you're falling. You feel like you're... So this is, a lot of people will say, you know, this is a juggler, but I also think of him as like a guy standing on a ball, trying to appease everyone, trying to make everybody happy. Aries, it could be that you have a friend that your partner does not like, but your relationship with this friend is platonic in your mind, but I don't know if it's really platonic. Let's see how your partner is. Okay, Aries, let me tap into your energy. How's Aries feeling right now towards love? How's Aries feeling towards love? I heard hope again, so I feel like you guys are feeling hopeful. So, okay, we got the Page of Swords in reverse, hurtful words, judgment, and the Hierophant. Wow. So something big is going on with you guys. I think something might have been said that was regretted, but it actually needed to be said because it brought out a call within your heart, a strong call to wisen up to the situation. Okay. This could be a Taurus friend that is bringing things to your attention about your love life that you never really thought about before, because you guys are more doers than thinkers, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see this as a negative influence, though. I think this is someone or something that's opening up your eyes to what might be happening within your relationship that is not... Some harsh words were said or harsh words were heard with the Page of Swords in reverse. Immaturity came out, but the result was a call to grow, a call to commit. You guys are ready for a commitment. You're not... I feel like this might be for people that are tired of juggling someone who is not really ready to commit. You do have other options, and I mean that in the highest possible vibe. You have a friend around you. I think you guys have a friend that comes across like a friend, but they're having Aries, they're having other thoughts about you, okay? Even though you try to ignore that because you don't want your other partner to know it, it is happening, okay? That is happening. But it does sort of force the issue of a little bit more of, I need a commitment here. I need more from you. I need you to measure up. It feels like I'm getting the feeling of, is how your partner's feeling toward you. I'm getting the feeling that you've learned a painful lesson. You guys know this right now. You've known it. Could also be a truth that is just like under the surface, but when you hear it, you don't even want to think about it. You don't want to do anything about it. And that lets you know that it's something you do need to focus on and you do need to deal with. I'm looking at how Aries partner is feeling towards them. They're seeing you as, okay, they're walking on eggshells around you, but here's the thing. They see you as not a traditional partner. They see you as something different. They see you as a threat to the tradition. But, there's heavy, you are a threat to you guys might very well be dealing with an earth sign, but it feels like a threat to their foundation, to their nest egg for whatever reason. And I don't know if that's money or if it's just a feeling of boredom, but it's boredom. It's become boredom. And so you're shooting like light and fire and optimism and hope into their life. And it almost, to them, it's feeling almost threatening. They are walking on eggshells around you, Aries. They don't want to piss you off. Okay, they do see you as very feminine, very beautiful. We have the Queen of Cups. They also see you as very emotional right now, and I see you as emotional too. Okay, nothing wrong with that. You're just in your emotions right now. This Judgment to the Hierophant. I mean, that's some heavy shit going on, man. Okay, all right. Last card. How are they feeling about you? Knight of Wands in reverse. Could be feeling left behind. Could be feeling lonely, ghosted. You guys are just not sure what to do. Some of you are dealing with someone who is trying to force a commitment from you. And I think you truly do want to commit to this person, but it's hard to trust people when this person martyrs themselves. Okay, they sometimes make themselves out to be a victim. Okay, not uncommon in this day and age, but I don't really like it for you because they feel like you're threatening their safety and security, and I was getting shelter from the storm. I think there's a third person in your life, Aries. This is just what I keep getting, and it's someone that has not made any moves toward you, understands that you might be in a relationship or otherwise committed, your heart might be otherwise involved with something else, but Aries, there is someone watching you, and there's someone on the outside. And I think your partner knows this on a gut level, not necessarily in their head. They know that they have to, you might be unconsciously measuring these two people up against each other. So if you have someone who, okay, so you have someone that you've been with, you're with your partner, person you've been dealing with for some time now. I don't know what that means to you. It could be a couple of weeks, could be 5 years. I don't know. But there is someone else. I'm definitely seeing the third party as being someone else that is interested in you, Aries, and they are pulling your attention toward them. Also giving you a different perspective. I feel like that vibe may be affecting your relationship that you have now, and I think it's definitely something to look at. I'm hearing pull back, pull back, pull back. Aries, pull back, pull back. It's almost like this. Say you're in a relationship, you've been in a relationship with someone for so long, or they just don't show their appreciation toward you the way they did at the beginning, right? They don't, shower you with gifts or give you compliments, or, they've kind of just gotten too comfortable. And you have someone else on the outside here, Aries, that is giving you that, but they're coming from a different space. They see you differently than your partner has ever seen you, and because of that, you see yourself differently than you've ever seen yourself. Right now, your partner is just dancing around, just trying not to rock the boat. There is a threat though. They feel a threat. They definitely feel a threat. They feel lonely, and if you are ghosting them or giving them the cold shoulder, they're quite aware of it, honey. Even if they might act like it, even if they might have a macho, like, I'm going to ignore the fact that you haven't returned my calls or whatever it is, they're very, very aware of it. They're very aware that you have refocused your energy just a little bit. All right, so I just had to pull this out because it popped over, and I just put it back in for whatever reason. So there's a lot of love going on. I feel like you're in a position where you love two different people and you wish you could mush them together because they both have qualities that you really, really love. The sexual tension with this third person is under the surface, but your partner is aware of it. You may be more detached and ignoring of it because you really love having this person as a friend. But Aries, at some point, you have to recognize the fact that it is someone who is having feelings for you. This is an Ace of Cups is never a threat. Okay? It's love. It's beauty. It's balance. It's just absolutely a fresh start in love and emotional fulfillment. So I think this judgment moment that happened with you and your partner, definitely getting a lot of Taurus Earth energy with your partner, but it doesn't have to be an Earth sign. But I do feel like you're tired of the flaky. You're tired of people flaking out on you. I don't know why I got that. I did. I've been having, 9 times 2, like 18 card spreads usually for these readings, but lately I've been having, after the first 9 cards, I have a card pop out. So that's going to be, I don't know what that is. I'm going to put it right here, and that was the Ace of Cups. And I'm going to we'll figure it out. What are the obstacles of blocks to this relationship? 3 of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. So the 3 of Wands is basically like you're in the creative process of trying to figure out how to reimagine your life, given the information that you have now, given the knowledge and the maturity that you have now. You're attempting to make a plan. You're planning something. The wheels are turning. This is a block because I think your partner is at first when I started this reading, I felt like it was, okay, it's back and forth. The energy is back and forth, but someone here is wanting more of a commitment, but isn't really putting in the, they're not, you've got to keep relationships alive. You got to keep them fresh. You got to keep them exciting. And this person really isn't doing that. But they still want from you. And you're like, okay, but I'm an Aries. We got to keep it fresh. We got to keep it moving. Hey, we need a date night. You've been working too hard. You need a date night. You need something like that. So you're reimagining things in your love life. You're looking at how it could be different because you do realize that you have other people that are paying attention to you, but that's not unusual for you, Aries. So with this Judgment and this Hierophant here, I feel like you're coming out of, I feel like you guys thought you were going to be committed, and now you're kind of like coming out of that and going, I don't know if I totally want to commit to my partner at this time. That planning, that decision is a block. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, very nurturing figure. I was mentioning shelter from the storm. This is a block because I think this more comes from your, okay, I feel like you guys are bored with your partner. I do. I do. I feel like you're bored with your partner. The safety and security of being in a relationship rather than being single is no longer feeling, you want to cut ties. You want to be free. You want independence, but at the same time, I know that you still love your partner. One more block, please. One more block. 8 of Swords. So you aren't seeing something in your partner. The two of you are both missing something here. There's something missing. There's something missing. You're not seeing something. Really, you're making it out worse than it is, or your partner is making it out worse than it is, because sometimes, Aries, the natural flow and rhythm of life and relationships. Tarot talks about cycles, karma, wheels, destiny. Everything goes in cycles in tarot. First of all, you don't want to see this third person. You want to pretend that they're not having those thoughts and feelings for you, and they are. And I feel like it's a deep bond. Maybe it's a best friend or an ex-boyfriend or something like that. But there's a deep bond, and it's threatening to your current partner. But it's not so threatening that they feel like they're going to lose you. But I think they should be more aware. But this may be having a stronger effect on you, this person, this third person, than you originally thought. Or they ever thought. Neither one of y'all thought. Who's this third person? If this is resonating with you, please let me know down in the comments below. I'm asking for advice from those spirits. What advice do you have for Aries? I got the 8 of Wands. Communicate. You need to communicate. You need to talk. In person or on the texting is not a good idea right now. Keep your texting light and polite. Any more advice? 10 of Cups. You do have, look, from the Ace to the 10, this is part of this, whatever's going on with you right now. This is a part of your story. Like I'm talking about, this isn't just fleeting things. This is a big part of your life's journey. What's happening right now? The love that you have to give, which is immense. It's, you guys are my Big Bang. You guys are the power behind the Big Bang. Your hearts are just so big. And you can be very protective of your loves. So we're going from an Ace to a 10. So this Ace, this 13th card, or no, actually this is 19th card. This Ace is the 19th card. Sorry. I've got to figure this out. But for this to come up as your advice is just saying, you know, if you communicate, you're going to have more emotional fulfillment. I feel like you need to talk to your third. I think you need to talk to your friend. I think it's time to have the, are you... Sorry, I'm just trying to get some messages here. Communication is going to bring you some peace and fulfillment in your heart. You're also going to bring peace and fulfillment into your partner's heart. I think it's time to get real with your partner. I'm not talking about the new person. I'm talking about, or the third person. I'm talking about who you're with. Maybe you just need to say, hey, you know, I feel like the spark has gone out of our relationship. I don't feel like as much effort is being put into it as I like to see. And, you know, what is it that we can do for each other, not just on their side, but on your side too, Aries, to breathe some life back into it. Have some conversations with them. Listen, I heard listen. Listen, I think you need to listen to your partner. This partner, the heavier energy that I feel like is your current partner, um, they do care for you, but I feel like they're a little afraid of you right now. We have the Two of Swords in reverse for you. Don't make decisions based on fear. Don't make decisions until you have all the facts. So you need to communicate and you need to get the messages, okay? You need to come from an emotionally clear-headed place. Do not make decisions or rash justifications or do anything without actually taking the time to see if it feels, does it feel right? Does it set right? Okay, in your heart when you have these conversations. And don't talk yourself out of something beautiful because you're scared, because you don't want to see something. The spirits are just, I'm hearing fearless communication, fearless, communicate, communicate, communicate. You might be the one to breathe life and to breathe hope back into the relationship that you're currently in. This third person is not a bad person. This third person, I don't know, the spirits aren't clear. There's enough love around. You have more than one, you have a lot of love in your life, Aries. This is clear. You have one particular person in your life that you're with, okay? This person is either they're an earth sign or they're just embodying a lot of earth energy right now. They're very focused on things that maybe you are not focused on. And so there is a feeling of a disconnect, and it's feeling sort of sadly drained in a way. But maybe once you have a heart-to-heart with this person, let down your guard a little bit. Stop measuring them up against the third party. They might feel a renewed sense of hope. You know, Aries still wants me. Aries still loves me. Aries still going to give this a try, instead of you guys just not saying anything and kind of things just drifting apart. Also, do not be blind to the influences around you. Aries typically is a leader. Aries typically has people following them. But guess what? You can be a leader and the people that are following you can still influence you, okay? They can influence you. So I do feel like there is a third influence, a third party influence, Aries. And I think you're blind to how much influence they have over you, okay? So final spread is going to be how is this going to turn out? Now, please understand that future readings are always, energy can always change like this, okay? Typically, when you're doing cards and you're reading for the future, basically it's just how everything is laid out right now. But I do believe in personal responsibility. I believe that you have choices that you can make, and even the slightest choice or the slightest change to all of this can change the future. So don't let the future reading lock you down or lock you in, okay? That is a misinterpretation of reading future cards. What do we have? Queen of Wands in reverse. Three of Cups in the upright. I like it. I almost feel like you guys might be able to embrace that third person once they stop being so, once things come out in the open. Interesting. The Emperor in reverse. So this is going to be a release. It's a release. You guys definitely need a release. You need to let go. You need to not dictate things. You need to be free, be real, be honest, not be afraid. Your partner loves you, Aries. And there is a fragility to Aries, okay, that people don't understand, but I do. Because I know so many Aries people. So when I study the signs, you know, I definitely am way more understanding of the subtle nuances of people that I have intimate relationships in my life. I don't mean intimate, but I mean close. I'm really close. And I'm really close to a lot of Aries. My friends, my sisters. And there is a fragileness to you that very few people see. There's an overwhelming feeling, Aries, sometimes that you're not good enough. You feel like you put on that you're good enough. And then you have all these people following you around. So it's the last thing that people would think is that you'd have this insecurity, but you actually do. So I think at times that fear can make you grab a little tight to things. And if you release and let go and enjoy, I'm really hearing enjoy the holiday. We're moving into Halloween. I want you to stop worrying about, it's time to stop concerning yourself with whether you have enough love around you to sustain you, because you do. It's there. It's there. That's a Aries thing. It's a very, um, it's a, what is that Spider-Man? Is it Spider-Man where they say, um, what is it? With with power becomes more responsibility. You guys have power. You do. That's your nature.